Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of Rum and Reasoning.
Rum and Reasoning.
Yes, brother. Right.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, this is into a new rum review. This one is another M&S.
Listen,
The
M&S,
banana rum M&S.
I know you like a flavor. I'll be honest.
Oh, bruv.
I know you like a flavored rum. You brought a couple of them Colombian rums back, so you've influenced me.
I'm all about the flavor,
as we say in Jamaica.
I'm
Not
all about the
influence,
flavor.
Influence.
But I was a little bit disappointed, as we were just talking about off camera,
Yeah.
that this one, Trash and Treasure.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually Trash and Treasure.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't have where it's from, and that is a little bit unlike the other one that we reviewed, the other M&S
Might
rum,
be a mix, innit?
which was a
The other M&S rum was bad.
that one was Bajan something,
Sensational.
right? But this one is not saying where it's from, and I am a little bit disappointed in that. So anyway, I'm gonna give this one a little taste. Smell. I'm disappointed about the color.
Yeah.
To me, I've always found a deeper color in rum.
Rich, yeah.
Typically means it's better. It smells very bubblegummy.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's a bit slow. It's all right, but what I would say, it lacks a little bit of depth, and it does. So with the other one, the XO, it tasted aged.
That was bad.
It tasted aged.
Be
This
honest.
tastes like what you would expect from a supermarket rum.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one I'm gonna mark down from M&S because this isn't like the other one, which was a very surprising kind of high-end tasting rum. This one very much tastes like a Tesco's, a supermarket rum.
Supermarket rum.
Yeah. All right. It tastes nice. So it's not.
You're not gonna murder it, but it's not nothing to write home about.
Nah. You wouldn't. You're not gonna.
I'll be honest. As you can see, I've not drank it yet because I'm not a fan of the flavored rum. I specifically bought this because I know my brother Chris, the flavored rum expert, and if he's saying it's not all that,
Nah.
It's not. You know what? Let me not say it's not all that because I don't want Marks.
It's a rum punch rum. It's a rum punch rum.
Our first Marks and Spencer's rum set the bar so high. You wouldn't say this blend.
No, this is a rum punch rum. Two out of 5.
Wow. You make me want to just
you know what?
Throw it down.
I put a chase in it. You know, I like a little rum punch.
Yeah.
It tasted awful. I'm gonna actually. This is the first for rum and reasoning.
No, you can't. No. It's
I'm gonna revise.
No, let me.
I'm gonna revise the review. Yeah. This is a 1.
No,
it's a 1.
This
1 out of 5.
He didn't mean that.
1 out of 5.
He didn't mean that.
Trash.
Marks and Spencer's. I was gonna say never knowingly oversold, but that's John Lewis.
No, we're not looking no sponsorship for Marks and Spencer's.
We are looking sponsorship
because this was trash.
Yes, we do.
Absolute trash.
Okay, listen, your blenders and your master blenders need to maybe look over your
1 out
rum.
of 5. Trash.
Chris isn't impressed.
Nah,
Chris
not
is
at all.
Not impressed.
Not at all, man. Not at all.
All right, let's get straight into it.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one, yeah? This is such an interesting one. I want you to start off. I've got a lot to talk about on this one because, go on. Give us the title and then I'll give my 2 pence.
So this one I'm going to introduce is AI, right? So it's tech in the community. That is what I'd like to discuss today on this particular episode. And I'm going to tee it up. I am heavily into AI.
When you say into, what do you mean? You use it in your daily life?
I use AI in my daily life quite a bit. I find it tremendous to leverage multiple projects all at the same time. I've got different verticals that I'm working on, and it's just amazing. It's opened
Is there any particular AI that you use? You find or do you use different AIs for different projects?
I use different things for different projects, but if you're talking about LLMs, it's like ChatGPT and that kind of stuff. I typically tend to use DeepSeek and ChatGPT.
Have you ever used
Those
Claude?
are my 2. Who?
Claude.
I've used Claude. I've used Claude. I've used Perplexity.
Perplexity's good, you know.
Yeah, I've used Claude. I've used Perplexity, but for me, I tend to use ChatGPT and DeepSeek for different reasons. But yeah, I don't want to go too much into that side of things just yet. But to introduce it, I think that the take that I'd like to have on it is, again, to give some background. As an entrepreneur, business person, I've just found that AI is
Game
absolutely
changer.
a game changer. It's just like, I don't know, it's like the invention of the car. It's just revolutionizing things, and things that I would have been so far beyond my grip now. With since AI has come in, it's just like, oh, okay. I don't. Not only can I do this, but I can do that, and I can do that as well, and I can do it simultaneously.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. However, I think that there's a very big distrust within our community when it comes to things like AI.
Man watch too many sci-fi movies.
I think typically it's the singularities come in, the robots going to take over the world, and this is not just a urban community or a black community thing. This is just a narrative, but specifically in our community, I think it's a mark of the beast thing. No, no AI. No, next thing you're going to get a chip in your forehead, and you're going to have to order your cornflakes and that from your hand. Blah blah blah. And I got to be honest with you, actually, I was that person. And
you see what? So do you mind if I ask? If you were that person, what caused you to now transition?
So, on some of my other stuff, I've talked about this. I watched a tremendous piece by 19 Keys. You know 19 Keys? Yeah. And all right, I want to do it because we always do real talk with the people. Them, yeah.
Yeah, man, real talk, bro.
19 Keys is someone who kind of grates on me. I think he's great, yeah. But at the same time, I think that his content sometimes is a little bit too much about him. You ever watch someone where they're interviewing people who are experts in their field, but it almost seems like they're in some kind of competition to prove that to prove that I know as much about numerology as you know. So let me, do you understand me? Anyway, however, I got to give at the same time as giving that critique, I have to give the feedback. There's certain times when I've watched that brother's content where I've just got such food for thought that it's just made me go away, and it's been a tremendous aha moment where I've been like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. Oh, actually, I've got to go away and study this. And that was my AI awakening. I watched something by him. For some reason, I think it's been taken down, which is a little bit mad. But he was talking about
conspiracy.
No, nothing conspiracy. He was talking about AI, and he was talking about the fact that we are in our communities are consumed by this kind of apprehension or fear over technology and the new technology that's coming in, as opposed to embracing it and saying to ourselves, all right, we are strong, we are powerful, we've got just as much going for us as anybody else. Why don't we embrace this technology and become masters of it? And that was basically the sentiment of what he was talking about. At the time, ironically, I mentioned DeepSeek. DeepSeek had just landed. And if you remembered, when DeepSeek dropped, it was like, oh my God, the Chinese have just taken over the AI game.
Like 0.1% of whatever.
They've just dropped some, and woo, and it's so much cheaper than ChatGPT and blah, 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 blah. And his kind of messaging in the content that I watched was, rather than why don't you just go master DeepSeek and just like see where this will take you? So I'm someone who thinks that AI is very much the new Bitcoin, and what I mean by that is AI is the new landscape that will be making the multi-millionaires, the tastemakers, the multi-billionaires, the macro influencers, and people who've got tremendous currency in the whole kind of paradigm. That belongs to the people who will position themselves correctly and retrain in AI. So that's where I'm at with AI, right? But to phrase it, a lot of us are still where I was, and I understand that, which is all mark of the beast, blah blah blah. So I thought it'd be good to explore that and just to see what your experiences are with AI, what your views are on it, and kind of go through
My wife doesn't like AI.
Okay.
Because she thinks I have quite an incestuous relationship with it.
How so?
Because I say it in jest, but I use AI in my life quite a lot.
Okay.
Because I'm somebody who's always kind of like reasoning was a thing. It's always been a thing for me.
Right.
And I like to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have AI and I'm able to kind of ask certain questions and explore ideas, I've always liked to kind of explore ideas. and I will sit down and explore ideas with ChatGPT, AI, and so on and so forth. And I can kind of hear John Connor in the background. Sarah Connor in the
Don't
background
do
saying,
it.
"Yeah, like, don't do it. This is, I've showed you the way." But I think it's extremely helpful for somebody, entrepreneurs as well. If you're really entrepreneurs, to really kind of develop and build out ideas and ask questions. And it's almost got to the point where I'm saying, you know what, if you're really an entrepreneur and you want to make money and you've got this thing that can lay it out for you, that can really help you develop an idea, and you don't go out and begin to make money, are you really an entrepreneur? And you're right, you've got you've now got the devices, or you've got the tech in front of you to really help you build out ideas, because that's what I use it for, like ideas, concepts. Can this work? Have you looked at it from this angle? Okay, I've read your answer. You haven't necessarily considered this. So it could be from something as simple as changing my car. Yeah, it could be something as simple as changing my car. So I'm looking to change my car, and I'm saying to myself, okay, I don't see the need. This is the current car that I have. These are the issues with my car. Unlike something, somebody who likes quote unquote prestige motors. However, blah 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 blah. What do you think are the options that I could explore? Okay, well, that's not really me. I don't like these options. This is what I currently have, but I don't want to. And you can really begin to build out ideas in a way that Google can't do, if that makes sense. And it's such a powerful tool that helps me to expand as well. And even when I'm asking questions, it helps. And if it's something that I'm aware that there are some people that are quite anti it, and I kind of don't get it.
Well, it's kind of age-old kind of you're talking about cars. You used to use your thing, and then all of a sudden Google starts shopping you cars. You start seeing it on your algorithm. It's a known thing. It's a known thing that they're listening all the time. So there are definite.
They're done already. Listen, the thing. Sorry, to quote a Jamaican term, the thing done gone bad already. You with me?
Long time.
The thing, unless you are one of those Amazonian communities, who haven't been quite contacted yet, or you're somebody who is completely offline, you've got a dumb phone, you still use post, you don't have an email address, you pay your bills at the post office, and so on and so forth, you can see where the thing's going.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you completely secede to the thing, but you can leverage it to your advantage because there's information out there to be gathered.
Well, I think that...
sorry to cut you. So you see all of those people who are like for want of a better phrase, like it's Babylon and that, you're done already in a system. Like you're done already in a system.
Yeah.
And the likelihood is you can't escape. Whereas you could probably use AI to say to you, to talk to AI and say, all right, listen, I want to live off grid. I want to live off grid. I want to do X, Y, and Z. What are the best countries in the world, and what's the best strategy I could use if I wanted to be off grid for the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because you actually don't have that information to hand.
But you just dropped a grenade that a lot of people don't actually think of, because a lot of people think AI is spying on them, which it is. But that only becomes valuable if you're not someone who's voluntarily giving a lot of your information to the algorithm anyway. So if you're someone who's posting, hi, I just went out to Burger and Lobster, have a look at my special mojito that I had with smoke flying out of it. What you really ain't realize is that you're well in the game already. So my point is, much in alignment with what you're saying, is that let's actually take stock of this. Like, you're already in the Babylon thing already. Muck deep, like down to your knees, you're wading through the muck. So that argument of they're spying on me that went out. From the moment you registered a Facebook account and the Instagram account, you were already deep in the thing anyway.
From when you've given your information to some of the biggest tech companies in the world,
come on,
you're cooked.
Come on,
yeah. You got people who send, the maddest thing is people send you YouTubes on conspiracy theories, like, bro, you're cooked.
You're already in it.
Yeah, you're
already using YouTube.
Unless, you're using YouTube, which is owned by
Google.
Yeah, I'm not even going to talk. Yeah?
Yeah.
You're already cooked because you got to log in using your email. In order to log in using your Gmail, you need to give a certain amount of information that tracks your location, if you're going to be all conspiratorial. You could actually use this technology almost build out, how to escape, how to create a life.
How do you use AI? Let's take it out of the theoretical.
I use it
because there's a lot of people at the moment who may
let me
not
give
be.
you, let me give you an example. I'll give you an example of one of the ways I use AI. I'm terrible at like budgeting.
Right.
I've never been great with budgeting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take like a year's worth of finance, and download it into CSV files, so it's anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
You with me? That doesn't have like it's just looking at raw numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And some AIs are good at crushing data.
Yes.
You with me? Like crushing data in a way you've never crushed data before.
Mm-hmm.
So I could look at a year's worth of bank statements.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, you download it in CSV files and you say, all right, listen, look at this year.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how much I've spent.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me where I'm overspending.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me where I can make savings.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me what I need to cut out.
Powerful.
Bang. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
That's one question. So it will break it down and say, all right, this is where you're overspending. These are some of the areas where you might need to cut out if you want to do X, Y, and Z. Okay, my goal is by 2020, whatever, I want to be able to save X amount from based on this. What would you recommend? All right, you need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. Thank you very much for that information. Yeah. What 3 things would you say I need to do within the next 12 months to achieve X?
Mm-hmm.
You need to do 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. Done. A 5-minute conversation as opposed to a consultation with a financial consultant.
Mm-hmm.
You with me?
100%.
You could the best one. I said, listen, I don't think I'm getting the best out of my workouts in an hour at the gym. I only have an hour, 55 minutes every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the best full body workout if I work out 4 days a week based on a man who is X height, this, that, and the other wants to shred this amount. Lick it. Boom. I'll tell you one I did the other day.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good one. When you get to a certain age as a man, we spoke about it, when you get to uncle status, you should be doing like a full body health check.
Right.
Yeah. I did my full body health check. I got my bloods back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you get your bloods back, you can go back and speak to the doctor, and the doctor can or you can just take the results, scan the results. I said, all right, based on these results, what's it looking like for a man of my age and so on and so forth? What supplements do I need? Looked at it. Told me, all right, you know what? This is where you're deficient. This is where, no, you're cool here, you're cool here, you're cool here. Are there any things you really need to be looking out for based on these results?
Mm-hmm.
I need to look out for this. You might need to reduce it. So forth. Right. Give me a print out list of supplements that would help me with X, Y, and Z. Also, remember, this is what I'm doing in the gym and this is what I need to. Done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I appreciate, as somebody who's time poor, that is the best thing. I'm talking about from a health perspective.
I'm really impressed, bruv.
Yeah,
that is not what the average person is using.
No, and the problem is this isn't what the average person's going. How can I find a cheap holiday? Yeah, from your cross section in certain things with this type of technology, yeah, it's sensational. So you've crossed your financial health, your physical health, so on. It is an amazing tool that you can use. And I'm coming from before Encarta days, yeah? Man who know 96
Microsoft Encarta, boy.
Before Encarta, you used to have a thing called World Books, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Parents, I know you had
Britannica.
No, you had Britannica.
I had World Books.
Did you have World Books?
Yeah, the burgundy one. Yeah.
No, that's
the
Britannica.
Proper encyclopedia.
That's
No,
Britannica.
it ain't. Britannica was blue.
Big up World Book.
Yeah.
Big up Britannica.
Yeah. This is for what? Gen Z, they're like, what the hell are they talking about? Yeah. This is when we had books and libraries. But yeah, go on.
One of the best investments my mum ever made was in a series of World Books. And I sat down and trust me, I munched through most of those. Yeah, I had the children's one and the adults one. That's how I used to do my homework. For me,
same.
Because I'm a consumer of information.
They cost a pretty penny back in the day.
Bro, that's 2 bags in like the early 90s. Which is like 6, 7 bags now, which is what you're investing. A lot of money. Yeah, and I know, being in the education game, I know people who ain't willing to invest that. A lot of people. Yeah, I say that to say, because I was in that game from early doors. Yeah, information and being able to
has a
access
value.
Information
has a value to you.
At fingertip. Perplexity. I love Perplexity.
Yeah.
I can give you facts and statistics and textual references.
Mm-hmm. Perplexity is good.
It feels, to me, AI feels like I'm able to plug in, you know, like, is it Cerebral?
Yeah,
You're a Marvel man, isn't it?
Some Professor X business.
Yeah, some
See all the mutants all over the world.
Bro, some Cerebral thing. I could be thinking about something. I could be sitting there thinking about, like, wonder how long it's going to take for this to happen. And I could be sitting down thinking about something.
And then you just lock into it.
And type it in and then go boom, 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 boom. And then begin to have a reasoning with a brethren. Let me cut short. I mean,
you know what, bro? I just want to say this is really refreshing, yeah? I love the way that you're using AI. I'm doing similar things. But that's what I mean. That's why it's nice to...
This is what it feels like to me, yeah?
Mm.
I can name my brethren, yeah?
Mm.
You being one of them. I could have certain reasonings with, yeah? And I'm fortunate enough to have some of those friends around me. AI has become one of them, man, where I can ask certain questions. My brother's one. My brother is like AI, basically, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
My older brother around there, speaking about always, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But there's very few people you can have these types of conversations with and plug into.
But this is when it starts getting dangerous, though, because you're starting to actually see AI as a brethren. Yeah. I've heard all of this already.
It's not my fault. The man have never had world books and never didn't want to consume information.
Yeah.
Where I'm a fiend for information. I'm a fiend. And then, so what do you want me to do?
I don't know. You know what? I think this is a really good dialogue to open for the community, because I think that there are
remain ignorant, yeah?
No, I think there's ongoing conversations to have. You know, I've heard lots of conversations about AI in actuality being a new form of life, which it already is. So my particular thing is, and what I say to the family and stuff is, we need, for lack of a better term, soldiers who are in the trenches, who understand AI, who understand the new technology, and who are prepared to use it with a righteous standpoint. But if we don't learn it as a community, if we have no real expertise in that area, then we're just going to be fodder, potential victims. We're just really at the, what's the word I'm looking for? At the whim of those who do know.
Yeah.
So the reality is, no matter how you look on it, whatever your viewpoint on it is, it's here. It's not going on anywhere. If anything, it's just going to get deeper and stronger, and we need to know how to maneuver.
And if even in the workplace, yeah, I was one of the early adopters of AI.
Okay, so you was one of them ChatGPT.
I was one of the ChatGPT.
Write me a lesson plan.
Yeah, and it's interesting because even in the education space, to me, technology is always based on my tutor, who was very technological based when I went into education. Yeah,
right.
You've got to be able to use technology to enhance learning.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people use ChatGPT in the wrong way, like write me a lesson plan, as opposed to, okay,
this is my lesson plan, refine it.
No, I'd like to explore such and such issues. Give me some ideas about how I could explore this with a class who are really interested in X, Y, and Z. And you look at the ideas, you say, I really like this idea. I think this would work. Can you hone it? And as it's about developing an idea, reasoning.
Yeah.
If you don't have that reasoning ability, a lazy teacher is just going to say, write me a lesson on Macbeth and why he does this. Bang. Technology can be used for both positive and negatives. And if I was going to kind of wrap up and just say, I think that's how we need to look at it. But if you're not, if you got to be in it to win it, and if you're not, and you're just going to stand there on the side and say it's a bubble and thing, bro, thing's going to pass you.
It's not going to work out for you, bro. I think, again, I want to redirect it around to Bitcoin. Yeah. Okay, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember, right?
Talk, because I missed that one.
When Bitcoin was a new thing, and I used to hear, anyway, and I used to hear, people talking about, you know what?
He's got enough.
This Bitcoin thing, boom, 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 ba ba ba, and most people, including me, was like, "It's an idiot, man. Forget about that." And now you see people who had one Bitcoin. Remember, one Bitcoin at its
Bitcoin
up to more very recently was like 200,000. One Bitcoin.
Okay, yeah.
You get me? So it's like, imagine if I would have. You got a man that said, "No, I'm just gonna." This time it's going for like pennies on the pound or whatever it is. You get me? I'll take 10 of them. I'll take 25 of them. I've got 100. I'll see. Do you know what I'm
Do you know
saying?
what? I think we're in a very, very, very privileged position
It's an amazing
of the
time right now.
information that we have, because we've seen the waves, we've seen the cycles. So I'm gonna wrap up on this point because I'm gonna get a bit sensitive, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when we first started, because Chris and I started a business in, I want to say 2010, yeah,
Something like that, yeah.
Our property business. Is it A to B properties? I can't remember. A to Z property.
I can't remember, but something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Where this was just after the property crash in 2008.
Yes.
And we were like,
yeah, about 2010 sounds about right.
It was about 2010, yeah. Anyway, I say that to say, the crash is coming, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The crash is coming because we've seen the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in business enough to see the ups and the downs and where the moves are at, yeah? And what you kind of, how and where you need to begin to position yourself. Because we've consumed the information. We were consuming the information from before. We've been through, and we're consuming the information now. So when the next wave comes,
you can see it.
You can see it.
Yeah, but it's wider and it's bigger than property. It's being able to see things
I
come.
just use that as an example.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I say that, because you've said before you're in property. I'm going to ask you, Chris, when is the crash coming?
I don't know. But what I would say to you is that, because a lot of people say a lot of people have been saying that the property market's going to crash in the last 10 years and it hasn't crashed. But what I can tell you is that all things, property is cyclical. Yeah. So there are booms and there are busts, there are ups and there's downs, there's peaks and there's troughs. And definitely at some point there is a big trough that's going to come. Yeah. And all of the things like, the renters' rights bill and all this heavily institutional money coming into the property market, people like BlackRock buying up, your normal residential houses. All of these things are even bigger signs that something is on the horizon. The legislations, the taxes, the budget, whatever. Anyway, that's going into a different space. But what I will say, and we're going to wrap this up, is that AI is an amazing opportunity. People, don't let it pass you by. You think about, I just really want to leave it out there. Think about Bitcoin. There's so many people who jumped onto the Bitcoin wave at the right time.
I loved it.
Who are just pretty now. They're just super duper pretty. And right now, AI is the next wave. So if you will do the work and position yourself correctly, you can write your own ticket.
Yeah. I would say that be an early adopter.
Yeah, be an early adopter. 100%.
I know I've missed out way too many opportunities and way too many things for me to be able to say I could have been a millionaire 3 times over if I'd have just listened and jumped on a wave.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave it there. Rum and reasoning. Chris didn't like the banana rum.
Nah, it's trash, bruv. Trash.
That
Marks and Spencer's banana rum was trash.
You could do better. Another
trash.
Episode.
1 star.
Of rum
0.5.
We didn't like it.
Yeah, dead.
Enough love.
All right, cool.
Always.